people always say you should do these many activities or you should do these many extracurriculars, but I think there is no number. You should do what makes you feel happy. So I would say planning early is very important. Even in my case, I properly started in grade 10, but when I think back, I think I should have started maybe in grade 9.
And Vatsal, what about your personal life? Any girlfriend or any personal life you have?
Hello, my name is Vatsal Shah from Raffles World Academy, and today I want to invite you to glimpse into my life where every day is a new chapter of learning, growth, and discovery. I'm a multifaceted individual with varied interests, from exploring UAE's heritage in the desert and beach outings to playing table tennis. I particularly cherish participating in cultural festivals where I engage in traditional Indian celebrations. I'm also very passionate about connecting with people and creating platforms for networking, whether it is through organizing entrepreneurial conferences, Tedx events that offer students a global stage to express their ideas, or STEM exhibitions aimed at empowering the youth toward driving the AI revolution forward. Each event serves as a stepping stone towards building a more interconnected world. In 2022, I attended the World Scholars Cup in the US, engaging in debates and discussions with individuals from over 60 nationalities to tackle societal issues. Now that you have had a peek into my world here at my first home, it's time to dive into my second home. Quite literally, welcome to the swimming pool, where I'm more at home in the water than in the land. When the pandemic hit, my health lifestyle took a downturn and I became more sedentary. However, it was within the waters of this pool where I transformed myself both physically and mentally. During the quarantine period, the gym became my go-to place. As I embarked on my weight loss journey, I started documenting and sharing workout videos to offer tips and insights. Over time, people started sharing their own fitness journeys, and this evolved into a health education platform, Fitness Freak. I've also released a health book and used the proceeds to support NGOs in India to disseminate healthcare education to underprivileged students.
So, hello, Vatsal, a brilliant and amazing student who got into Umichigan and like class of 2028. So, welcome, Vatsal. So, Vatsal, who are you? Please, can you introduce?
Hi, Krishna. Thank you so much for having me on this interview. It means a lot to me for giving back to the community. So I'm Vatsal. I living in Dubai, and I'm basically an individual who aspires to study computer science as well as a minor in business. And my interests lie in community engagement and making a difference in society. So this is what I have tried to display through my application, and I'm happy to share all of my journey with you today.
Okay, amazing, amazing. So I know many super or amazing stuff about your application, but I just want to start from step one or like where your journey started. So we are starting from the beginning. So at what age or at what time you realize, okay, it's my dream, it's my goal. I have to work towards them. And as we know that in today's generation, Gen Z, we are like just trying to build things as much as possible, and there is no age limit in Gen Z. So what about you when you realize that okay, now I have to work something, do something, build something?
So I would say till grade 8, I wasn't particularly focused. Like I did my work, I did my homework, but I didn't have that motivation or drive. And partly the reason was because of my obesity, right? Like as I'll be mentioning later. That really demotivated me from doing day-to-day tasks or even having any sense of courage. Like my self-esteem was very low. So before I even went on to my college journey, I had to go on the journey of my body transformation. So this was in grade 8 summer, where I had already been suffering from various chronic illnesses. So I had diabetes at the age of 10 and I had hypertension as well. So I was taking medication for these diseases, and the doctors and endocrinologists told me that, if I do not change now, it is going to have a lot of dire
Exactly.
consequences on my future,
Yeah.
because I was also diagnosed with borderline sleep apnea. So these were all illnesses slowly creeping up. And the more older I grew, my appetite kept on going up. So I took the tough decision, and I had tried multiple times before as well to go on diets and, to follow certain workouts. But I simply couldn't do it because my body didn't support me. But I realized that when the body doesn't support you, but your mind is a very crucial thing. So, I next day I told my parents, take out all the junk foods, take out all uh, unhealthy habits, and bring in supplements, right? So the pandemic was going on. We were all in quarantine and school was online. So I actually took advantage of that fact and I went swimming. So in our building, we have a swimming pool. So every time in lunch, whenever there was break, I went to the swimming pool and I did it like 1 hour of laps every day. So this was a start for me in order to create my journey. And then I cut down my portions gradually from 4 plates to 3 plates to 2 plates, and now I'm eating 1 plate per meal, which is an ideal amount to have. And you should always eat in limits. Like I didn't stop myself from eating what I like, but I ate it in limits, right? Because whatever you do in excess is bad. So yeah, this way I was able to transform myself from 140 kgs to now 75 kilos. And that took me about 18 months. So till then, I was in grade, right? Entered grade 10, grade 9, ending grade 10, and I was in good shape, and I was doing well in my studies as well. Like it translated, and that motivated me to keep on going further. So simultaneously, I began my project, Fitness Freak. It is basically a community where I shared fitness videos. I shared my tips, my experiences. I consulted with doctors and also did interviews with them to share my experience and share this awareness around health awareness to a much larger audience. So that is how my main community project was formed. And I kept on scaling it throughout the years. So yeah, grade 9, 10 was the crucial point.
Amazing. What a amazing startup, because in everyone's life there is a point where they got motivated and by doing something. For example, there was a student who don't know anything about how to participate in Olympiad. He don't know anything, but he just participate in a small competition and he got first position. And after that he changed his life. He converted into a brilliant student. So your eighth grade, I think, same for you. So I just for just 2 minutes I just want to convert this interview, because this interview is about college application, but I just want to know about fitness and your tips, personal tips for all students. So just suggest any tips for students who are looking for college applications or looking for top universities. They struggle a lot in their college application, essay writing, to their exam preparation, SAT, TOEFL, IELTS. There are lots of things. So just suggest something.
So I would say planning early is very important. Even in my case, I properly started in grade 10, but when I think back, I think I should have started maybe in grade 9. So I think there is no, I mean, people always say you should do these many activities or you should do these many extracurriculars, but I think there is no number. You should do what makes you feel happy. I think
Feel
showing authenticity in application is important because when you're just putting activities for the sake of college applications, admissions officers can tell that, and when they can tell that, they're going to either waitlist or reject you, right?
Yes.
And that's not going to put you in a good position. So you have to show that you're genuinely passionate about your subject. And I think it first begins with your major, right? What discipline do you want to major in? And then
Yes.
you should gradually build your resume towards what you have enjoyed and what you want to pursue in college. So in my case, it was computer science, but I had also a lot of interest in public speaking and debating and economics. So I participated in STEM fairs. I ran my own club in my school. It was called VRL, where I mentored grade 6 to 8 students on artificial intelligence, programming, and we also hosted a STEM fair, an annual event um, in which 200 participants were there. So this was one of the highlights which I had. And then simultaneously, I also, as I mentioned earlier, I really
Yeah.
like entrepreneurship and leadership. So I had hosted a business conference at my school. It was one of its kind, and we invited business owners and CEOs to share their experiences navigating through the pandemic and how they allowed their business to thrive even during such dire circumstances. So that was another event which I did within my school community and beyond, like within the UAE. Um, and apart from that, I think you need to also develop personal interests, right? For my case, it was fitness, it was
Ah,
sports, it was health awareness. You need to find your niche, right? Whether it's music, whether it's a sport, or something which is unique to you. Like not everyone has that. So you should build upon your interest as well. I think college application is a very fun process if you do it what you like. I think sometimes people force upon themselves that, okay, I need to do this activity or I have to join this club. But they don't realize that when forcing themselves to do something, they will not excel in it, right? And they won't get the rewards in the end. So I think that is really important. And that is my advice. Start early and you're doing what you're interested in.
Yeah, exactly. Start early as possible because, when you're starting, it's just a starting point for you. But for someone else, it's like a middle point because they already started their college application. So, Vatsal, let's start rapid fire about college application. So, what about your SAT preparation?
Yeah. So SAT, I had a bit of a journey with the SAT, right? So I gave my first SAT in August of 2022. That was my grade 10, after my grade 10. So after my board exams, my summer. That was my first attempt, and I would be honest with you, I didn't prepare much for it. And I got a 1360. I wasn't happy with that score. I got I believe 610 in the reading and writing and 730 in the math section. So I wasn't happy with the score at all, right? And I definitely hoped for a better score. So then I gave my second attempt in March of 2023. Now, this was the digital attempt. I think that SAT transitioned from the paper version to the digital version. So this was the first digital SAT that the college board was administered. So in that, I got a 1420. Again, not my best performance, but slight improvement. Then I gave my third attempt in August. I prepared a lot for it. I had the summer break, so yeah, I got a 1500, 790 in the math section and 710 in the English section. And then I felt that let me give it one more time, let me see what I can improve. It's not required. I mean, 1500 is a great score, but I still give it again in October. And I got a 1530. So my math remained 790 and my English was a 740. So yeah, my message would be me, it was a tough journey. It wasn't a one shot. I think many students tell like one attempt and it is possible, but my message would be a fighter, right? Do not be discouraged. Like keep on trying because especially now that Harvard and Yale and all these Dartmouth is making tests required again. So this college season is going to be more crucial, right? Like test optional options are going to be less, and you will need to submit your scores. So I would say you have to invest your time, but I would say get the right help. Use YouTube videos and use Khan Academy. I think that was pretty helpful as well. And yeah, I mean, keep on fighting.
Yeah, exactly. Because we are fighters. So every aspirant, every Ivy League aspirant is a fighter. You must have to fight about your for your academics, for your extracurriculars, and balance your both lives. So, what about AP exams? You have any AP exams?
So I studied in an IB school. So for me, I had six IB subjects. I had Math AHL, Physics HL, and Computer Science HL. And then I had English, Economics, and French ab initio at standard level. And my predicted grade was a 44 out of 45. And I had a 6 in my English and 7 across all of my other subjects. But I did also give AP Chemistry. I gave it in May 2023 and I scored a 5 on it. So these were the scores I submitted to my university.
Okay, impressive. And what about your essay writing? Because I know essay writing is not just about writing a story. It's about putting your whole journey, your life into the one essay, and try to make it more impactful or more attractive or catchy. So how you manage to write your best essays?
Yeah, so for my personal statement, which was 650 words, I
Yeah.
first began by brainstorming, different turning points in my life. So I would suggest whoever is starting off, just go through the past 4 to 5 years of your life and try and find, it doesn't have to be a big moment, but even if it's a small moment, what you learned from it, right? You have to show your growth as an individual. For me, I mean, it was kind of a clear choice that it was going to be my weight loss, right? My turning point and how I was very low self-esteem, but I turned my failure into success and a community for other people as well. So that was my common app essay. And yeah, I think it is very important for you to show your vulnerability, right? No one is perfect, right? Admission officers know that. If you try to portray yourself as this perfect stellar student and you just highlight your academic achievements, you're going to be seen as arrogant and not humble. So you have to show that you're very humble and down. And I would say there is no need to mention academics at all in your essay, in your common app essay. You should focus on your journey, your your interests and what makes you you. Why are you unique? And why should they admit you?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Because try to show your own self. Don't try to show someone else, because like there are many students, they are trying to show what they are really not. They are just trying to show that I am only a perfect, because but in the whole world there is no one perfect. So what about your college application journey? When you started preparing for SAT, and when you submitted your scores, when you received your score, or in which university you applied in ED.
Yeah, so ED, I actually done Penn, UPenn. I got deferred, but then I got rejected in the regular round. So yeah, it didn't go as smooth for me, but I did UMich early action and I got in early action. I also got into the computer science program. So I'm really glad that I have UMich, and it's a really great school for computer science and software development. So yeah, that was my schools. And I also got into Boston Uni with a presidential scholarship, Purdue, Wisconsin, Maryland. And then I've also been waitlisted at a couple of schools, but for now I'm 100% committed at Michigan.
So what is the main reason for choosing Michigan?
Yeah. So with Michigan, the alumni network is very strong, right? And I personally know a couple of my friends who have already graduated from there. And I was just speaking to them about their experiences, and they've said it's a people feel really pride when they go to Michigan, and they're proud of going to that school, right? Even the culture is not that toxic. Obviously, toxic cultures exist everywhere, but it is more of a community and belongingness. So that really attracted me, that yes, I have to manage my academics, but I also want to make good friends which are lifelong.
Exactly, exactly. Totally makes sense. Okay. And I think you have a tons of extracurriculars. And what about Skill Spark? I think you also participated. It's a job, I think, part-time job, right? Skill Spark.
It was, you can see, it's a community I created in my school. It wasn't a part-time job, but it was more like I would say, an event management company I created basically with few of my friends. So, we organized, I mentioned earlier, the business conference, which was around resilience, basically. That was the theme of the event. And I was able to get 500 participants and 100 volunteers from our school. So I would say this shows initiative to lead corporate events and, get the business people on board, to manage the logistics, to deal with the school department. And I think that really, I put a lot of effort in it, to be honest. I spent around 5 months on it. So yeah, in the end, it paid off well, and I was able to showcase it through my application as well. So yeah, it was a good experience to have. And other small events which we did was, hosting the school assembly through the event management company, or whether it's a bake sale or other small communal events as well.
Okay, amazing. And Vatsal, what about your book, Rebirth of Strength? Because it was amazing. So please, can you share your story, when you started writing this book, and what is the review? Okay, and I think you also received a award, or I think recognition for writing this book. So please share your story of writing this book.
So I had actually been journaling, right? When I started my weight loss journey, I had started journaling like my experiences. I didn't really plan on publishing a book. I was just journaling my story. But then I realized that why not share it with other people, right?
Yeah,
Because they can see the struggle I went through and they can learn from my experiences. So
exactly.
then I met with the publisher and he helped me edit it. And we published it last year, summer, so 2023 summer. And yeah, it received a lot of support, because I published it through my Fitness Freak platform as well, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. So I publicized it on these platforms. And I also received an award for it as a top 10 authoritative writers of India. So because it was like a new book, right? I'm a first time author, so it was definitely a good thing to be recognized for. And yeah, we have sold about 10,000 copies as well. So
Oh, amazing. And what about financial aid? How much financial aid you received, and did you apply for financial aid?
in Michigan, I didn't apply for financial aid, but I applied for merit scholarship. So that's a $25,000 scholarship. And even for Boston University, I got the presidential scholarship, which is $25,000.
Okay, okay, totally makes sense. And what about your background, your parents and your connection with India, and when you shifted to Dubai? So, what about this?
So I've actually been in Dubai for all of my life. My parents were also here only, but my grandparents are in India in Mumbai. But yeah, we used to visit every summer, and in that way, my connection is very good with India. But yeah, I've been in Dubai for like you can say 17 years. Yeah, I've never really lived in India.
Okay, amazing. And did you know Hindi?
Yes, yes, I know Hindi and Gujarati.
Okay, Gujarati, amazing, amazing. And what about your future plans? Any future plans?
My future plans are in product management and software development. So that's why I, even in Michigan, I do hope to do computer science as a major, but also a minor in Ross, because I really want to intersect, like, especially with AI nowadays, right? Coding and things is getting automated. So we need people who can understand the code, but also effectively manage and lead a team of individuals to ideate a product, right? So I think I want to be on that intersection of business development and coding and, just creating new solutions.
Okay, yeah, like it was amazing. It is amazing because you already have a great background in entrepreneurship. You are a founder of Fitness Freak, which is amazing. So I honestly suggest you continue this journey. And what about your academic journey?
So since I do the IB curriculum in grade 10, we had the board exam. It is MYP, middle years program. It's out of 56 points. So I scored 55. I think that was really great, and I'm grateful for that. Uh, my subjects were math, physics, chemistry, English, geography, digital design, which is like computer science but a junior level, and Spanish. So I got a 6 in Spanish and a 7 in everything else. And then in grade 11, my final year exam, it was out of 42 points. So we're not counting the core points. Like TOK extended essay was later. So out of 42, I got 40 with a 6 in English and math. But then in my mid-year, like, the January exams, the mock exams, I got a 41. So I also updated the schools with that score. So yeah, I think it just shows that you're upward trajectory of grades.
Okay, amazing. And what about it's a same question, but I'm asking when you get into Michigan. So what about your future plans? Like you will shift in the USA or like will return to Dubai and start your journey. So what about your future plans? Dubai or any other country?
I think for now I will be staying in the US. I hope to, get a job in a tech company, hopefully, an internship. So yeah, I'll probably be staying there, and maybe I'll do a master's after a few years, MBA, and then we can maybe see if I get opportunities in Dubai, maybe I'll come back.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's amazing. And Vatsal, what about like how did you know about CTS and me? Like any story or like where you get to know about me?
So actually, I've been watching, these college decision videos and tips and tricks. So I came across a lot of your past student videos as well. So through my journey, it has been a very integral part. Like it has motivated me to look at how other people are getting into these schools and what I can do, to improve my application. And I think it's a very good inspiration to have. So I think what CTS is doing is a very amazing thing, right? It's giving a platform for students to be able to connect with uh, these students who are getting into universities in the US. And I feel that resources is very scarce, right? Like we have private college counseling companies, but not everyone can afford them and they may not have access to it. So I think free resources like these are really great to have, and they can really support high school students.
Yeah, thank you, Vatsal, for this. And Vatsal, what about your personal life? Any girlfriend or any personal life you have? No. Yeah.
No, no, I do not have a friend as of
Okay.
now, but my
Yeah.
hope is to be focused on my career path and
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
excel.
then you will focus, yeah, on that path. Okay. Yeah, totally makes sense. And congratulations for you, Michigan, and your future journey. And I just want to know about like your personal opinion for college application or for students, like how they can, you can say that approach college application, not just as a application for university, but as a you can say that like your life journey and your real because there is a concept of best fit. So just try to show your real on self. So how you can guide to all students?
Yeah. So my first message would be to not be like fixated on a particular university, right? You should have your dream universities, you should have your target universities, you should have your safety universities. But I wouldn't rather focus more on the end goal. I would focus on the journey itself. Sometimes we're like, okay, I want to go to this university, I want to go to that university, but we forget that we have to work on it right now. So I would
Exactly.
suggest focusing today, work on what you have in your hands, right? Talk to your teachers. Your teachers are really going to be helping you, and they're going to be writing recommendation letters. So have a good rapport with them. Talk to them about your interests, and maybe stay after class and discuss with them your career goals, what you want to pursue, and they can help you and even create opportunities for you. My next message would be to not be afraid of trying new things, right? You should go out of your comfort zone. I think that is very important. And I would suggest connecting with seniors as well, like in your school itself. If you have, grade 12 or grade 11 students and you're still in grade 9 or 8, you should probably go up to them and ask them, about their application story. And I had personally connected with some of my seniors from my school and even through LinkedIn. I think LinkedIn is a very good source to network
Yeah,
with more people. So
yeah,
definitely, create your outreach and be able to reach out to as many people as possible. That will really help you to grow your profile. And I would say, yeah, like be focused on today and don't be disheartened even if you're in your college application journey,
yeah,
right? Ups and downs can happen, but know that you did your best. You should never have regrets that I didn't do this, or I could have done that. Always do whatever you can at the best level. We may not have all the opportunities with us, but if you show that what you have utilized everything which is available to you, it will show universities that you have initiative. And if you go on their campus, you will continue to thrive and make the most out of their faculty and research labs.
yeah. Thank you. Amazing, amazing. I also agree with that. And there are many students who just have a dream to get into MIT and Ivy League. So yeah, you already said, okay, yeah, it's must to be a dream university, safety university. So also focus on that. Don't be just okay. I just want to get into MIT, and if I rejected, then I will never apply to anyone. Don't make this kind of misconception. Just make a list of universities according to your profile, interest, and thank you, Vatsal, for everything, because your journey is looks like a superficial for someone, because like reducing 80, 70 kg in just 18 months, it's amazing. And it shows your hard work and dedication, how dedicated you are. And there are many students who have same problems, I think. So I will suggest to join your free fitness free community, because it will definitely help to them. So thank you, Vatsalya, for everything. And whenever you come to India, just contact to me. I will love to meet you in person. So it would like give me a chance to learn more about your profile. Okay.
Definitely.
So thank you, Vatsal, for joining us, and let's cross the sky limits.
Thank you, Krishna. Let's cross the sky limits.
Okay, thank you, thank you. What a wonderful interview, and thank you for guiding to all students. And anything you want to say to all community members, all students?
Yeah, definitely. So, my LinkedIn and Instagram, maybe you can pin it down so they can reach out to me personally, and I'm happy to help everyone as possible. And yeah, just believe in yourself and self confidence. I think that is really important. Like, even
Yeah,
for me and even for my peers, I keep on telling others, right? Believe in yourself. Sometimes you have people who will support you, sometimes you have people who will not support you. But as
yeah,
long as you're supporting yourself, that is more than enough. And that will take you to great heights, right? So being focused and being self-disciplined is very important, not just in the college application journey. I think people think about college application journey as this very big milestone, which it is
yeah.
surely is, but there is much more to it, right? This is 4 years of your life. You have other 70, 80 years. So you have to be very open-minded when you go to these new places, and always be open to meeting new people and trying new things.
Yeah, exactly. I'm totally agree with that. And thank you, Vatsalya. And just check Vatsalya's all social media accounts, LinkedIn, Instagram, and just try to connect with him. He will definitely help you. And I believe that he have a potential to solve your queries or help you honestly, because there are many people who just got into some good universities with the help of their so-called extracurriculars. But in Vatsalya profile, you will find extreme hard work, dedication, and honesty. So I honestly suggest all of you just go visit and check Vatsalya's all social media accounts.
Another aspect of my application is research projects, right? So as a computer science major, I really would have to show my skills and my capabilities, working with programs, data structures, algorithms. So this started with summer programs. In grade 10 summer, I took multiple online courses from edX and Coursera, such as the Harvard CS50, and I also took some courses from Georgia Tech on data structures. So this was basically for me to learn beyond the scope of my school syllabus, because usually in school you would not be going in such depth in computer science. So it's essential for you to just, broaden your horizons and gain some practical knowledge through these online courses. Some of them are also free of cost, so you can choose ones depending on your financial abilities, but they will definitely help you to build a strong foundation. And then in the second year, which would be my grade 11 summer, I did multiple summer programs. So the first one I did was in June, and it's the Inspirit AI program, where basically we work 3 weeks with graduates from top 10 cool schools and Ivy Leagues, and we basically worked on unbiased large language models. So basically, generative AI and transformers and the various components which go into machine learning, supervised learning. So this is a branch of field which I was highly passionate about. And it's a niche within computer science itself. So as I mentioned earlier, you should find a specific area of the broader field of study which you hope to excel in. So for me, it was machine learning and data science. And then I also completed another summer program. So this is actually meant to be in person in Boston. It's called the Wolfram Summer School, and it's ideally intended for undergraduate students. However, I had actually gone ahead and emailed, the representative over there and requested them to allow me to participate in this program. And after completing one of the courses that they designated to me, I passed in it, and then they allowed me to move on with the program. So it shows that you have to take initiative, right? Sometimes some opportunities will not come to you straight away. You may not even be allowed to do it just because of your age barrier, but it is important for you to request and try your best. So, emailing and cold emailing, all these techniques are really helpful for you to gain the practical advice and be able to do things which you may have not thought were possible before. And this is what will make you stand out as an applicant, because you did things which were beyond the scope of your vicinity, but you still took the initiative, right? Leadership is not just about guiding other people, but it's about taking your own self one step further and improving yourself. So that is really an important quality which you should showcase through your application. And in terms of community service, I had also gone to a trip to Kenya for 2 weeks, and this was in January of 2023. And over there, we worked with the expedition and the organization to reconstruct mud houses, to repaint the schools, and to donate appliances to about 1,000 students and uh, teachers over there to support their education. So I think doing such trips and showing that you genuinely care, right? You should show that you led something, you were a contributor. And I think that aspect helps you stand out, and you can then mention how you would like to continue these activities in university. So this all can go in your main supplemental university essays. The last research I conducted was working with a PhD student from Cambridge University, and we completed the project over the span of 6 months. So my project involved looking at the computer vision algorithms and to creating a data set which analyzes its performance under various scenarios, right? So whether it's in darker areas where light visibility is low, or whether it's in non-standardized conditions, and basically seeing how these algorithms are performing under scrutinized situations. And these are used in autonomous vehicles. So my research basically hope to contribute and provide insights to other researchers who can then conduct more thorough investigations in this field. And this is where the topic of doing novel research comes out, right? You yourself are a high school student, so the universities are not expecting you to create something absolutely brand new. But what you can do is you should think of a field which is currently relevant, And then you should find a research mentor who can guide you and allow you to really contribute to that field significantly, as the research mentor will have much more experience than you and will be able to properly help you in completing the project in a successful manner. As I then also published this research in the National High School Journal of Science. So yeah, getting recognition is highly important. You do one thing, you do one activity, but then you have to take it one step further by getting some national recognition for it, or just showcasing that you have done something on a national to international level. I think that is highly important. And yeah, my advice to people seeking research projects would be to try and first check with their parents if they have any connections, if they have any contacts who are working at universities or are PhD students or are master students. I think getting that help would definitely help you, because you already have the contacts, you don't have to go out. But there are also a lot of other successful companies which are helping high school students. Uh, to pursue research, like Lumiere Education. So this is some of the things you might want to consider when trying to embark on your own research.